Okay, family, let's try this one last time. Let me see if I can get this going. All right, so it's gonna take me a little bit of a minute here. Anthony's saying, yo, Anthony. That looks tasty. Carrie says, yes, that was our dinner from last night. I'm getting a signal that says I got low Wi-Fi. Let's see. Third time's a charm. Let's hope. I'm trying to see if I can't get on here and watch this here on my other monitor or the other whatever half of this thing. If I go here, open, then it pops up. It says I'm streaming. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Now I got Christy. Let's see. And Elizabeth says, sounds okay now. Let's hope that it works this time. Dinner last night. Plant-based Gabriel's 3-2-1 burger. Well, Your World ketchup. I'm not even sure. Carrie might be able to tell me what the Well Your World was, but we used the white beans instead of the cashews on a lettuce wrap. Wonderful. Meal sandwich for that. The salad down here was crazy. I'm not sure exactly what was in it, but I know that it was McReeb's sauce is what we have on the plant-based Gabriel's 3-2-1 burger, but we modified it for our diet. The salad was interesting. It had oranges in it. It also had like a dill flavoring. I was not a huge fan of the salad. I did eat it, but I was not going to go back for seconds on the salad last night. So that was dinner last night. I did have seconds with the hamburger itself, though. I just had it on its own without a lettuce wrap or anything. I probably would have eaten one or two more had we had more made up, but that's what we had made up last night. Then for breakfast this morning, we had our regular oatmeal with the mushrooms, onions, and spinach. So I have that in my wonderful Hello Kitty. Oh, this thing's way behind, so it's going to take a minute for it to catch up. But I have it in my wonderful Hello Kitty bowl here. I do really enjoy our oatmeal. It's been a little while, I feel like, since we've had the savory oatmeal. Then lunch today we had potatoes, our Instapot. We have a different version Instapot here, but it evaporated all the water, so the potatoes kind of burned a little bit, which interestingly enough smells like French fries. When I was walking through the break room, I was like, wow, it really smells like somebody's making some French fries in here. And that's what happens when you burn the potatoes a little bit in the Instapot. They're not really that burned that bad. But lunch today was 4 potatoes. I also took a bag of broccoli. We steamed the broccoli up. So we split the bag because Carrie was at work with me today. And I had a big bowl of mashed potatoes and broccoli. It's become kind of a standard lunch for me at this point. But it doesn't look like a lot of food inside this bowl either, but this is a very large bowl, and I assure you that it is a large quantity of potatoes. Like I said, it started off as these 4 potatoes, and that one is there. And Carrie says, we didn't have or one of our daughters was eating all the lettuce wraps, and she's the one that doesn't like veggies. Yes. And then yes, the potatoes and broccoli is extremely easy to make it work. One of the guys at work kind of gave me a hard time today about having potatoes and broccoli again. And I kind of was like, well, I'm having potatoes and broccoli right now, but for dinner 2 nights ago, we had this, and this looks just there's a random picture of the sky on my phone. But let me see why did it get stuck on that photo of all photos to get stuck on? There. Oh, let's see. It's gonna catch up. But yeah, we don't always have. There we go. That's the photo I was trying to get it to show. We don't always have potatoes and broccoli. Sometimes we have this red lentil soup that's got carrots and onions and spinach and mushrooms and great seasoning and great flavors. And we had Spanish rice and beans before that. So there's all kinds of great things we have for dinner. Sometimes the lunches are maybe a little boring with the potatoes and broccoli. But on the same token, me and Carrie were talking about it at dinner, and we were kind of like, this tastes really good. Or not dinner, lunch. I would choose to eat these potatoes any day because they're really good potatoes. It was a good, the golden potatoes that we eat, I really enjoy, and I could eat them day after day at this point, and not be dissatisfied. Very similar to the oatmeal. I always enjoy the oatmeal. We're able to change up the variety a little bit, but overall, I like the oat groats with the steel cut oats for our oatmeal. So that was kind of the food since yesterday. Part one of this video, which seems like it was an eternity ago, but it was like 5 minutes ago. I talked about implementing some of the habits from the Atomic Habits book that I read, the implementation intention of the I will do this behavior at this time in this location. Sonia says, agreed, daily oats are the best. Glad you liked the book. Yeah, I did like the book a lot. I'm glad that I listened to it, and I really ended up binging it. I feel like I finished it very quick. It was not a very long book overall. I think it may have been 5.5 hours on Audible, but I was into it, and it was very easy to follow, and I did like that. Pretty much at the end of every chapter, he did a chapter summary and went over all of the points from the previous chapter. So if you kind of missed things or weren't sure what he was trying to put emphasis on, it would be cleared up by the end. So that was good. I'm trying to think if there was much else. I ended up going shopping at Walmart. That's always an adventure, going shopping at Walmart. But, taking my kid to soccer practice, and we had to pick some things up afterwards. And so it wasn't a whole lot going on last night. I wasn't able to get much done. So I'm sorry that the video is kind of cut up between 2 or 3 sections here. I don't have a huge update for you today. The diet has been going wonderful. He called it something I talked about yesterday, but I just got to get back into making it habitual. It's the continuing to put those chain links together to make it a stronger chain of for this reset on my diet. I'm very happy to be 15 days in. There's absolutely been times where I've thought, yeah, I could have that. Especially like with the barbecue chips around the house that the kids have for their school lunches, or um, other uh, temptations that are still, that are still around. Christy says Chef AJ, or that Dr. Lisle was on Chef AJ today. You haven't finished watching it yet. Yeah, Carrie actually had it on for a little bit while we were eating lunch, but I wasn't really paying attention to what he was talking about. I'll have to check out the interview. Um, I'm a big fan of Dr. Lisle and Dr. Goldhamer. I like both of their approaches for different reasons. But the psychology of things that Dr. Lisle, kind of his breakdown of it, I really enjoy. So if I get a chance, I might listen to that interview, maybe when I'm driving home tonight, or yeah, on the way in, or the way in tomorrow. So, um, the, but yeah, it's been very, um, nice to be going back in the right direction. Again, I'm still 7 pounds away from that 300. And so it feels like I'm losing that same 7 pounds over and over again. But in, I continue to have to look back and say it's incredible that I've been able to be at this weight still, though, because for me to have lost the 200 pounds that I lost in the first year, um, the it that next year, that second year, that I guess it was the first 11 months there, I lost the 200 pounds, and then the second 11 months I maintained that weight loss. And I am I'm happy that I had the experience. And I almost am, there's many times throughout this whole process that I felt like things have happened for a reason, or things have lined up in certain ways that are just incredibly convenient, I guess. But with this diet, looking back where I've come from or where I'm at so far, I can look back and say that for the first 11 months, I lost that weight. The next 11 months, I maintained that weight loss. And then the last 11 months here, or for the next 11 months coming forward, I will lose the remainder of the weight. And that trajectory, or that kind of it happening that way, I think is good. I I don't, obviously if I would have continued to lose the weight at the 11-month mark and got to my goal weight in the first 2 years, then obviously I would be much happier with how things turned out. But as it is, I can look back and say that I've been able to maintain a weight. And that might be something that I needed to prove to myself, because I've never maintained a weight, whether it's the high weight or the low. I've always been either losing weight drastically or gaining weight at a steady pace. And so having a year where I just focused on maintaining my weight loss, and that wasn't really my focus. My hope was to lose weight, but what ended up happening is that I took a year to maintain my weight loss. So now I can look back and say, hey, this past year wasn't disappointing by any means. And I actually ate lots of foods that I wasn't going to think that, or that I didn't think that I would ever have again. And I maintained my weight for that year. So for the next year, I'm going to have to get back to what I was doing to lose weight. And when I get to my goal weight, I know that I can maintain it down there. And it's going to be, um, it's going to be something where I have to learn how to maintain the weight a little bit more with a little bit more stability. And it's going to be a thinner line that I am going to have to kind of walk as far as my diet goes, because even at 310 pounds, I can get away with maybe having a few more calories for a couple days in a row, and my body burns more energy just to keep my 310 pound frame moving. When I'm down to 210 pounds, it might not take as much energy throughout the day. So me eating an extra 100 calories or having something that is non-compliant is going to make it harder for me to keep and maintain the weight loss. So when I get to my goal weight, my diet will probably still have to be strict, but I will be able to let up. Like right now, it's about staying on track and keeping on track and trying to make that chain of consecutive days of compliance as long as possible. Um, but yeah, it's been a fun experience so far for the last 682 days, I think. Yeah, 82 days. And things have come together well for me. So I'm happy with where I'm at. I'm hoping to blow through this 300 so that throughout this October, November, December, I can really be chipping away at some new weight. So, but I am going to get out of here. I know the videos were all screwed up. There was part 1, then there was a short part 2, and now there's a long part 2. If I ever get a chance to edit the titles, I may, but right now we're going to leave it as it is. Well, you know what? Let me see if I can do this. Oh, well, there we go. Fixed it. All right. So, with that, I am going to get out of here today. I am planning on going live tomorrow. If there's anything that you guys want me to talk about or any questions you have, please let me know. And that reminds me, I might do that real quick. Let me see. There might have been a comment, about, somebody wanted a photo of our pantry, that I might try to do that. If I post that, it would possibly be on our Discord or the community page here, but they wanted to see the apple orange fruit setup we have, just to kind of get an idea what I was talking about, I think. So anyways, I appreciate all the comments. I appreciate all the support. I don't know what Carrie is saying. What about? It's probably that she doesn't want me to take a photo of her pantry, if I had to guess. Yeah, if you have any questions, leave them down below. Uh, the I'm gonna get out of here. I appreciate everybody. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, get subscribed to the channel. Click on the bell icon. Hit the thumbs up button. Get started on your diet right now. Do not wait any longer. There's nothing coming up this weekend that's more important than your health and well-being. And if that event comes up again in 3 months when you are in the middle of your diet, are you going to go off your diet for that event, or next year when it comes up again? You need to find ways to make your life fit around your dietary needs. So if you have to suffer for a little bit or try to find a way to stay compliant, do it. But get started now. It's going to be the best thing you ever do for yourself. There's nobody that reaches their goals and wishes that they would have waited. Everybody wishes they would have started sooner when they reach their goals, and sometimes you don't even have to reach your goals and you wish you would have started sooner, like me. So I am going to get out of here. We will be live tomorrow. Thank you, everybody. More magic unicorns, Anthony says. Magic unicorns.